fast. Children are the result of the sins of the father and the sins of the mother. Meaning, whatever the parent didn't do in their life, it gets passed on to their child. And that usually ends up being that child's Achilles heel or struggle, so to speak. And unless they're able to overcome that and become one with themselves, then they'll continue to have children who will carry on the sins of that last parent. So that's how it works. Back in the days, people had a lot of children. That's because there was a lot of sins that were left. And when I say sins, basically what I mean is things that weren't accomplished in that person's life due to their own personal setbacks. So you might have someone who always wanted to go and do something in their life, and for whatever reason, they never did it because they was either too afraid or they didn't think it was good enough or something like that. So then the parent has a child, and usually what that Achilles for that child is going to be is what was a setback for that parent. And usually that'll be like something that kind of makes or breaks this person to see if he'll end up becoming one with himself, basically. So as time comes along, people are having less children because kids are coming in a little bit smarter and with a little bit less sins, so to speak. And so it's producing a new generation of children who are already basically sinless all over again, and it starts something very interesting. So as time comes along, more kids, more people are becoming aware, more people are becoming one with themselves. So then naturally you're going to pair up in union with someone else who's one. And for anybody who is in a relationship, and possibly been in a relationship in different phases of their lives. So being in a relationship when you wasn't fully, completely yourself was a completely different situation than being in a relationship once you understood who you were, understood how things worked, you know. So having two people, and that's just not very matter-of-factly that you just end up at that point. Like, you've had experiences, you were smart enough to learn, and all of that goes very deeply down to a spiritual level. So when you're aware and one with yourself, and you meet and pair up with another person who's one with themselves, and you end up having a child, what actually ends up happening is something a little bit different. Let me see what's still important. Okay. It's almost like the child from that union creates something, combines the combination of both of those parents and pushes up intelligence exponentially. So like they'll just be coming out like these straight geniuses in certain things. Like everybody has their own unique gifts that they have. So those unique gifts will allow that person to elevate themselves and to grow ultimately. So when you have two parents who've elevated and who's basically found out what their gifts were, when those come together, they're going to have a child that's going to be light years ahead of what the children were just 10, 20 years ago. And so because both parents aren't lacking, they understand what a child needs on a soul level to help them grow. So when you're nurturing that, and the kid is already coming in pretty smart, and you're nurturing that, that's just gonna, it's like putting the kid's soul fast forward through life almost. Like at 5 years old, they'll be the age of like a 37-year-old, like literally. So just imagine as they keep getting older, how much they'll learn. And so what it's going to do is it's going to really elevate time. People are going to start shifting a lot faster. It's going to be really fast. But yeah, I just wanted to share that while that was on my mind. Okay, I'm done.